Hello everyone, this is Bricks Unlimited, and it is finally time to showcase my minifigure collection.
The time has come.
I'm sorry it took so long in between videos. As you may or may not know, I've mentioned this in the last two longer videos that I've uploaded. I'm currently in the process of moving, so I haven't had the time to be able to get around to this video. But now I'm here and I'm finally able to showcase these minifigures off to you guys, which I'm really excited about. This is probably one of the few times that I myself get to see all of my minifigures out on display just because of the amount of space they take up. And yeah, this is a collection that is pretty much as old as me. It might predate me by a few years because my dad collected Lego before I did. So there's a couple of older minifigures that are definitely older than I am. But yeah, this is going to be exciting. You're going to see a lot of different themes, not just Lego Star Wars, even though that's the biggest quantity of minifigures I have. There's also Lord of the Rings, there's Ninjago, there's Minecraft, just to name a few. But there's definitely a bunch of minifigures across the board that are from a bunch of different lines. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, before diving into the heavy hitting base plates like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, I figured it'd be cool to show some love and appreciation to other themes that I've collected over the years. So we're starting off with Ninjago. I have a good amount of Ninjago. This isn't even all of it. This is like maybe 95% of it. So I know for sure not all of it's here, but we can go through each base plate one by one, little by little. We have the ZX suits over there, and a lot of snakes, Pythor. We have most of the snake generals. The only one I'm missing is Fang Tam, but I'm sure at some point I'll get him. So yeah, lots of snakes, lots of ghosts too from Possession. Ninjago movie stuff. There's some Tournament of Elements in there too, and Rebooted. So kind of just a mix of like a lot of the early seasons. Nothing like pretty new, because I kind of stopped collecting Ninjago around Possession. So you'll see a lot of old school Ninjago from the early seasons on this base plate. So that's my Ninjago base plate. Moving on over here, we've got a lot of just a mix of everything. Mostly CMFs back there. And then slowly it gets into themes. Like you'll notice there's some Atlantis in there kind of hidden. There's some Overwatch. And then obviously these guys stick out like a sore thumb. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from both styles, like the movie versions and the cartoon versions. So yeah, a lot of different variations there. A lot of foot soldiers too. And then a bunch of like the cartoon villains from TMNT. And then it slowly like gets into like some Marvel slash DC stuff up front with Mysterio, Beetle, some Spider-Man variants there, Doctor Doom, got Wonder Woman, the Eraser, Green Goblin, the expensive Green Goblin from Tobey's Spider-Man. So a lot of cool stuff in this base plate just sprinkled throughout from different themes and stuff. So there's that base plate. Moving on down here, we've got we've got a bunch of stuff here. I kind of like clumped together some of the stuff that was similarly themed. So you'll see a lot of aliens that don't go from the same theme into this base plate. So there's like Alien Conquest mixed in with like CMF aliens, but they fit in, so, you know, it works. We've got this really cool alien from one of the recent Space CMFs, some M-Tron, got the old school M-Tron, along with Ice Planet next to the classic Ice Planet. Got the classic space, like real classic space minifigures, like not the newer style ones. Like you can tell this guy's been through a lot, and he's authentic. And then a couple of the newer ones, like the new colors, like the pink and the teal and the brown and stuff. We got Benny back there from the Lego movie. You've got some more space over here. We've got Pharaoh's Quest, one of my favorite themes from the 2010 era. Collected a few minifigures from that theme. I didn't really get a lot of sets when they came out, so it was kind of after the fact that I got all these Mummy minifigures. There's Blacktron stuff over there. Scooby-Doo. Collected a little bit of Scooby-Doo. Not too much. I wish I had gotten more, though. Some Knights-related stuff. Kind of put together. Again, they're not all really in the same theme. This guy's from Avatar, though. I know for sure. But yeah, try to put together the factions that I knew went together too. Like the Lion Knights and stuff, and the Dragons. The Fright Knights, I have two of these guys. I know these guys are pretty sought after. We've got the King and the Queen here. Yeah, there's that plate. Over here, we've got a bunch of different stuff here as well. Like Sesame Street. I got the Sesame Street set when it came out, along with Muppets. Got some Looney Tunes there with Gizmo from Gremlins. We got Jake from Dimensions from Adventure Time. We got SpongeBob, which recently just got announced that they're coming back, which is going to be really cool. So a lot of SpongeBob here. I got a couple of sets when they came out. Got the superhero SpongeBob and Patrick, which is awesome. I love those figures so much. Got Toy Story. A lot of people don't like the original Toy Story figures. I don't really see too much of an issue with them. I get that they kind of don't look like Lego that much, but I don't know. They have a nice charm to them. So just Disney in general. Got Stitch, Little Mermaid, Ursula, Hades, Hercules, Poseidon. So then a couple of CMFs put together here as well. We got Plankton over here in his suit. All the suit CMFs I tried putting together as well. So there's the hot dog, the banana, the chili, the watermelon, the fox, the dinosaur one, which is like super OG, if you guys know. So the chicken suit, the elephant suit, the giraffe, the triceratops, the panda, the minifigure guy. I kind of just threw Stay Puft in there. I actually have a few more Ghostbusters figures that I'm going to show pretty soon. So I might actually put them with them. We've got baseball, boxing. We've got the wildlife rescue, parachuting, and rock climbing, which is really cool. Got Tin Man from the Lego Movie CMF, the Judge. The Judge is pretty expensive now, I think. Some British Guard, and some Warriors. Then moving on down here, we've got some DC. I really hope DC comes back in full swing someday. There's so much potential in the theme. I'm not sure why, for whatever reason, they stopped, but I have a lot of minifigures from DC, a lot of Batman variants, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, most of the Justice League I've got here. We've got that really cool Aquaman CMF with the hook, General Zod, Bane, Supergirl, Superman, Scuba Batman, Green Lantern, Man-Bat, Scarecrow from The Dark Knight, Nightwing, Mr. Freeze, Captain Cold, Space Batman, the Penguin, Killer Moth, the custom Reverse Flash there. We've got Black Manta, Sinestro, Black Vulcan, Riddler, Brainiac, the 60s Batman and Joker. Got Ace the Bat Hound over there too. And the Batman movie Scarecrow. So yeah, super, super cool. They definitely need to bring back DC. I'm not sure what they're doing there. But anyway, we've got Marvel here. We've got the OG Avengers from the original theme of Marvel Avengers. We've got War Machine, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Thor from Ragnarok, Jameson from the original Daily Bugle, Nova, Iron Fist, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Gwen, Miles, Black Cat, both versions of Ant-Man. So we've got regular Ant-Man and Hank Pym, Punisher, Heartbreaker, Iron Man, Spider-Ham. I've got all the Daily Bugle figures from the new Daily Bugle. Other villains like Loki, Infinity War figures, lots of Venom, Hobgoblin, Scarlet Witch, Ultron, Sandman, Doc Ock, both versions. So that's the Marvel plate for you guys. Most of my Marvel. Again, I think this is like 90% of each theme. There's probably like 10% still missing somewhere, but this is everything I could gather. So down here, we've got some CMFs back there. We've got Doctor Who from Dimensions. We've got some Lego Movie, but Vitruvius. I've got all 3 different versions. I have the version before he was blind, which you can only get with the disc version of the Lego Movie. And then the blind Vitruvius, which came in a few sets. And then Ghost Vitruvius came in that double-decker couch set. Got Rex Dangervest from the second Lego Movie. Shakespeare from the first CMF of Lego Movie. Abe Lincoln also from that CMF. Got a ton of the robot figures. Some are from the CMF, some are from the sets. Larry the Barista. I got 3 of the Mariachi Band, which is awesome. Got Back to the Future from Dimensions. And then it kind of crosses over. We got Pirates of the Caribbean. We got Space Police. Lots of cool Space Police figures. I love this series so much with all the different aliens. And then Galaxy Squad, another great alien theme. Had some really cool figures on both ends. Power Miners, a little bit of Power Miners. I only got 1 set when they came out, but I love that set to death. I played with it a lot when I was a kid. And then some more Space CMFs up front. The last one to end us off for this first part, we've got some Chima in the back. I collected a little bit of Chima when it came out. Monster Fighters as well, mixed in with some CMFs, but mostly Monster Fighters. Another fantastic theme. That era where Lego was doing a bunch of original themes, by far the best. Some more medieval that didn't fit on the other base plate. Got this king here, this princess, got a centaur. We've got that really sought after knight here, the bear knight. He's kind of fallen over a little bit. Yeah, this guy is amazing. He's got arm printing. He's got this really cool, like, gunmetal gray armor. We've got this awesome Warlock CMF. The Minotaur back there. 1 Nexo Knights guy. I got 1 Nexo Knight set when it came out. And then it goes over to Minecraft. I've got quite a bit of Minecraft. I like Minecraft a lot. So the fact that Lego made it, I was like, okay, this is cool. Zombies, skeletons, pillagers, Enderman, Creeper, the OG zombie pigman, the Iron Golem, some Blaze, a wolf. And then actually I got 1 studio set, which was the little camera setup, which I know some of you guys will appreciate that. But that's this base plate. That is the first half of the minifigure showcase, and we'll get to the rest in just a moment. All right, so this is the second half of the minifigure showcase, and I wasn't messing around when I told you guys that this would take a while to put together. So in the vlog, I'll say it a million times, it took so long to get all this stuff together, but Now that I do, I can't believe how much there is here. Like, look at all this Lord of the Rings and Hobbit stuff. You've got Bilbo back there with Frodo, and then the line of doors. I have all of the doors from The Hobbit together here. Gandalf, Radagast, Thranduil, Legolas, Tario, Elrond. So I've got a lot of the elves. Beorn, Bard, the Necromancer, the Witch King, Azog, a lot of Gundabad orcs from the different sets. King Thorin and a bunch of different variants from the Lonely Mountain set. And then it kind of goes into the Lord of the Rings with Frodo and Gandalf, with Sam, Merry, and Pippin, Aragorn, another Gandalf, different version of Elrond from Lord of the Rings, Galadriel, got Boromir over there, again, different version of Legolas from Lord of the Rings, Gimli, some more Frodos and Gimlis, this really awesome version of Aragorn from the Black Gate, Gandalf the White, Rohan Soldier, obviously Sauron and the Mouth of Sauron from Barad-dûr, got Saruman, got some orcs from the Orc Forge, Lurtz, Uruk-hai, some Mordor orcs, Gothmog. This guy's a custom over here. He kind of snuck in. I don't remember where I got him from. And yeah, some more Mordor orcs just kind of stacked behind the big guys. Gollum, different version of Gollum from the one over there. That one's from The Hobbit. This one's from Lord of the Rings. There's a difference in the eyes. That's really all it is. And then we've got the little scene of Mount Doom, throwing the ring down. Some goblins there. I've got a custom Witch King, which they still haven't made, which I don't know when they're going to make him. We've got a ring wraith here with the Goblin King, Mouth of Sauron from the Black Gate, the Cave Troll, lots of wargs, another ring wraith. I wasn't the type to get all 9. I only have the 1 set, but still, it's good enough for me. Maybe one day I'll get all 9. But yeah, that's the entire Lord of the Rings and Hobbit base plate. It's huge. If you guys know how many studs wide and how many studs long this base plate is, you'll know this is a lot of minifigures. And yeah, if you have seen my room tour video, you know that I do have the Lonely Mountain and Smaug is up there chilling with the other dragons. So, and we're finally getting into Star Wars, the biggest quantity of it all. So we've got some stormtroopers back here, lots of different versions of stormtroopers, sand trooper, shock trooper, damaged troopers, snow troopers, scout troopers, got hover tank troopers, shore troopers, AT-AT drivers, Minban trooper, this custom night trooper before it came out, I put that guy together, some pilots, lots of pilots actually, shadow trooper, Death Star gunners, death troopers, got all the troopers. Dark troopers, got the officers like Agent Callus. We've got Juno Eclipse from Force Unleashed. Darth Malak over there hiding behind Darth Maul. Darth Maul kind of fell out of his place. But Sith troopers from the Old Republic. Some Old Republic troopers. Inquisitors from the Kenobi show. Darth Maul. Santa Darth Maul. Chun-Li. And then I kind of just like put Jango alongside all of the other clones. I kind of try to group this together as best as I could so that it looked nice. So most of the clone troopers are together. Got some 501st, some shock troopers, Kashyyyk troopers, Commander Greed, Jack 14, 332nd, 501st Jetpack troopers, Mace Windu's Legion, Got the Bad Batch here with a couple of modifications on some of them to make them look a little better. Got the ARC Trooper, great figure. V-Wing Pilot, Palpatine, the gunship version of Palpatine from the Coruscant gunship, and then the Tri-Droid Palpatine with his Senate guards. Ventress and Poggle with Grievous, Mace Windu, and then we get into all the Jedi with Kanan and Mace Windu and Yoda, Ahsoka, Huyang, Plo Koon. This was a custom-made Jedi Bob that someone put together for me, a friend of mine. And then more Jedi. Older Plo Koon, Saesee Tin, Nadar Veb, Ayla Secura, Luminara, Kit Fisto. We've got Nare from Freemaker Adventures. Got Duke Gunray behind these Magna Guards. Sebulba, Bo-Katan, Cad Bane up here, along with BB-8, Rada, more versions of Ahsoka, Blind Kanan. Yeah, pretty jam-packed base plate of Star Wars there, and that's not even all. There is another full base plate of Star Wars stuff down here as well. Got Luke Skywalker back there, a bunch of different versions, new and old. The Last Jedi Skywalker over there. Got a bunch of different versions of Obi-Wan Kenobi as well back here, from Clone Wars, from Episode 2, from Revenge of the Sith, from the Kenobi show, versions of Anakin as well, from Attack of the Clones and Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. And then we got the Burt Anakin transitioning into the Darth Vader minifigures over there with the new and old helmet. Got Chewbacca, Leia, Padme, Sabine, some Endor troopers, and then a bunch of pilots, rebel pilots, Lobot, a couple Ewoks back there from the Endor attack, Boba Fett, another version of Bo-Katan from The Mandalorian, and then it kind of goes into a lot of different Mandalorian figures. Gar Saxon, the Maul Mandalorians, got Bosk, some bounty hunters, Boushh Leia, Cad Bane from the Bad Batch, Fennec, Forlom. We've got Lando in his bounty hunter disguise, Ula, Tobias Beckett, some Gamorrean guards, Hera, Ezra, Chopper, got Palpatine there, and then a bunch of his royal guards. Got Snoke back there as well with his guards. First Order Executioner Stormtroopers, some Flame Troopers, one Snow Trooper, Captain Phasma. Got Greedo, Kylo Ren, this custom version of Ezra before he came out. Really old Scout Trooper, you can tell by how he's yellowed. We've got Tarkin from Rebels, which is a really cool version that not a lot of people talk about. And then a couple officers. Another super jam-packed Star Wars plate. Then down here, we kind of change it up a bit with Harry Potter. Mostly like that, again, that 2010 era of Harry Potter. I'll say the current era of Harry Potter is definitely better, but the 2010s wasn't that bad. It was a stepping stone that would lead into the era of Harry Potter that we have now. So can't really hate on it too much. Lord Voldemort, Harry Potter, a bunch of versions of Harry Potter, the Weasleys, Snape, Dumbledore. Got some Death Eaters and some Dementors. So, good amount. And then some anniversary figures from Star Wars, the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars. Got Fives and Cal Kestis. So yeah, kind of small little base plate there going over some Harry Potter. And then we have the Indiana Jones plate with some Prince of Persia and Lone Ranger. So it's all kind of mixed in since it's a little bit smaller quantity. I gotta brush up on my knowledge on Prince of Persia and Indiana Jones and Lone Ranger because it's been a long time since I've seen those movies. So there is the second half of the minifigure showcase, and there is still more. There's probably still a third part to go. So we're going to be segmenting this into 3 different parts. It'll all be in one video, but it's just all kind of recorded in different segments. So let's get into the third part. Of course, you guys know I had to save all the best minifigures for last. I'm gonna leave that one until after I do this one. This is all the classic minifigures that I have from the original days of Star Wars. As you can see, there's Clone Troopers, there's Jar Jar, a couple Gungans. Got Luke in his pilot suit, some Scout Troopers, some Tusken Raiders. Got Han, Leia, Chewie, the whole crew, C-3PO. Got Obi-Wan from episode 2. We've got Anakin in his pod racing suit. Before they didn't have mini legs, so he just has the regular size legs. The Gamorrean Guard, Darth Vader. A custom Mace Windu somehow made it in here. It's like a TCS style Mace Windu. We've got Emperor Palpatine, Qui-Gon, Ben Kenobi, Luke from Endor, Count Dooku. We've got the Battle Damage Vader from The Force Unleashed, General Grievous, and Darth Maul, and the Shadow Trooper back there as well. So that is the classic base plate. There were some classic figures in the other base plates if you had pointed them out. So not all of them are here, but this is most of them as well. So, and here is the what I like to call the very expensive box, because this is all of the expensive figures that I own. We've got the original Phase 2 Captain Rex. We've got Pre-Vizsla, Darth Malgus, OG Django, OG Boba, not Cloud City, but still pretty cool. We've got the OG Boba from the Slave One. We've got the White Boba. We've got Watto. We've got Agen Kolar, the OG P1 Rex. We've got the Grand Inquisitor, Thrawn, Cad Bane, Count Dooku. We've got Zeb back there with the Palpatine's Arrest Palpatine, the Sith Warrior, Light Up Mace Windu. We've got Starkiller, got TC-14, Coleman Trevor, and then some prototype figures. And moving on down here, we've got a couple custom Star Wars figures. I had a little custom phase at one point. Versions of Starkiller, Darth Nihilus, Maris Brood, the Sith version of Starkiller, Eighth Brother, Darth Momin, for those of you who know from the comics. Got a custom Django with the purple. Got Maul Killer, another really cool like Legends concept character. We've got a Jedi Temple Guard, the 3 entities of Mortis, the son, the daughter, and the father. We've got the Scout Trooper Ezra from Rebels, Space Ahsoka from the Ahsoka series. Got Admiral Trench from Season 7 of Clone Wars, the cyborg version. We've got Imperial Crosshair with the all black, with all of his accessories. Got He-Man and Skeletor. This really cool wolf guy who's got like a smaller bottom half and then the really cool top half. Got Cal Kestis from Survivor. Marin from Survivor. Cad Bane from the Book of Boba Fett. Got him before he came out in an official set. This is a custom, like, purple Mandalorian. This is Boba Fett from season 2 of The Mandalorian. Captain Hauser, and then a medieval knight. And then here we've got the expensive LB1 figures. Yeah, they've gone pretty expensive over the years. Got Killer Croc, we've got Scarecrow, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze with the tube. I know he's hard to get with the tube now. We've got Riddler, Batman, and then a custom Yeti fig from the LB1 game. So, yeah, another row of expensive figures. Got most of them when they were pretty cheap, honestly. So, it's cool to see that they've gone up in value a lot. We've got some Simpsons down here from the CMF series, mostly. Marge, Bart, Maggie, Homer, Mr. Burns. And then we've got Ghostbusters back here from the original Ideas Ecto 1. And then Slimers from Dimensions, so I just kind of threw them on there with them. And then the Stay Puft, as I mentioned from earlier in the video, that I would put him in here because it makes the most sense to have him here. And then over here, we've got the big figs. The Hulk was, this Hulk over here with the tan shorts was my first ever big fig. So, some awesome figure. And then the Wampa, I think, was my second. It might be swapped, it might be the Wampa first. I don't remember exactly, but big figs were such cool ideas to me. And, you know, they still are to this day. So, got a couple other versions of Hulk here. Age of Ultron, Ragnarok Hulk, which is super cool with the armor. We've got Winston from Overwatch. We've got Thanos with the full gauntlet. I know you can't really see it here, but he does have the full gauntlet with all the stones. So, that's pretty awesome. We've got Mungus from Chima, another really cool figure, really unique. We've got Groot from the first Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got a Troll here from Castle. We've got Bane from the Batman movie. I know he's gone up a lot. Really, really awesome figure. Another Castle Troll. We've got the Rock Monster from Power Miners. Really sick fig. I love this guy a lot. We've got a custom Hulkbuster here, kind of in style of the Lego Marvel Superheroes game, in a sort of violet color. And then we have a custom Venom here, Big Fig Venom. Same idea with the whole design off of the Marvel Superheroes game. So, yeah, that is all of my minifigures. It's quite a bit. It's really cool to see all of it here on display because, again, I don't really have the space to have all of it on display. So I'll either have like half of it on display and then half of it in storage. So I don't get to see all of it out here in its full glory. So that is like 99 to 95% of my minifigure collection. So there you guys have it. That's my entire Lego minifigure collection. And as you can tell, I don't really like to stick to one theme. I do like a bunch of Lego themes. And I've kind of slowed down a little bit just because there's so much. But I'm not just a Lego Star Wars enthusiast. Although I do really love Lego Star Wars, I do collect a lot of other themes because I do like other things. I like other themes that are outside of the Lego Star Wars genre. And, you know, I like the way that Lego portrays some other themes that they've done in the past. So, yeah, it's a lot of minifigures. And, you know, even as I was recording, my mind was blown away by, you know, minifigures I've collected over the years. And, you know, I don't get to see them like that often to appreciate all of the minifigures that I've gotten, you know, as a Lego fan in general. And I thought it's pretty awesome. So I hope you guys were just as blown away as I was when I was filming the video. And yeah, it was pretty special. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys like what you saw, definitely consider subscribing, drop a like, and stay tuned for the next video because there's bound to be more coming soon. Probably not in this space because I will be moving soon, but we'll see. You never know. I appreciate all of your guys' support, especially for checking out this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.